What's good, everybody? It's the Digi Homie coming at you guys with a brand new video where I'm going to recap my experience with the Digimon TCG thus far. It's been about a month and a half since my last upload, and I've learned a lot, and some things I want to cover are going to be what I've learned, my experience so far in general, some fails, some decks that I've had the opportunity to try out, which I'm sure the thumbnail has already spoiled, as well as this table in front of me, and some decks I'm looking to try out in the future with the help of this incredible community that I've had here. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and yeah, let's get to it. So first things first, I gotta address the community. I think that as much fun as I have playing the game, the community is what's gotten me to stay and stick around. Not just the people that I've met in real life. I've had the opportunity to talk to some people on Reddit. I've had the opportunity to talk to some content creators like Collecting Rod, A-Vault, and not so much talk to Curiosity, but I asked her a question and she answered, and that's good enough for me. But it's just everybody's so welcoming, everybody's so kind. Like I said in my original video, I went in a little scared because I didn't want to go in and be like the guy who asks questions all the time, because in my head I'm like, dang, how annoying would that be? And I didn't feel annoying to anybody. I still don't feel annoying to anybody because I still ask some questions. But yeah, man, the community, especially over where I'm at Zulu's, everybody is so nice. Between Tim, Fernando, Julian, Santiago, Aaron, Nath, Mega, everybody's just been so kind, and that's just like a handful of people who I can like name off the top of my head. But there are so many people who even still will hit me up and say, hey, I heard you want to try this deck. I've got some of this bulk, I've got some extra cards. If you want to just borrow the deck so you can try it at our locals, go for it. And to me, that's crazy. I can't imagine letting people borrow stuff just so they can try it out, I guess, that I've never met before. I let my friends borrow stuff all the time, but they're my homies, right? And I just am floored. I've also got so much bulk. Y'all, this is so many cards. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all of these. I've tried to organize them, but what happens when I get more cards? What do I do? That's been given to me that it kind of piques my interest, right? Like I'm going through these cards, I'm reading them, and I think that it's been just such an experience to be a part of this group where I finally feel like I'm a part of the community because I'm more active in Discord. I'm joking around, I'm shooting the shit, like I'm having fun talking to everybody there. And I don't know, man, that's dope. It's always nice to be a part of something, no matter how big, no matter how small. And this is a community of people who have been nothing but warm and nothing but welcoming. So if you are looking to try the Digimon TCG and maybe are a little afraid of going and just trying it out for lack of like knowledge, I'm telling you that everybody is so unbelievably nice. It is incredible. So yeah, that's my bit on the community. Let's move on to the next segment. Okay, so this next part is where I talk about my growth and sort of just my experience learning the game. And I've learned a lot. I'm not going to tell you guys that I've become the best player in the world because it's been a month and some change, and that's bonkers. But I've grown. I've grown what seems to be a noticeable amount because people have told me when I go to the games, which is very nice. And I think that I started that by, one, I think I've only missed 2 nights in the last month and I think a half now. And for context, we play twice a week. So I've been there almost as much as I possibly can. And I think that's helped a lot because at least I'm playing games, I'm jamming games. Sometimes we show up like an hour or so early and play some extra games. And I'm also owning my misplays. Back in the day, it's been a month and a half. Back when I first started, people would kind of see that I made a mistake and they would say, hey, do you want to take that back? We can try again. And I would say yes. Now I'm kind of saying no, let me own it because this is how I learn better. If I can kind of put it in my head that this is why I lost, or not even that, but the game could have lasted a little bit longer had I played this differently, I'll remember that for next game. And I think that's kind of invaluable at this point. And yeah, man, I was nervous. I was so nervous when I started playing, and now I'm going in there. I know what my deck does. Most of the time it's because I'm doing these sort of like card drills where I'm grabbing a card out of the deck and trying to guess what it does, just so that when I get it, when I'm actually playing, I can go, oh, this is my memory center, or oh, this is, you know, trash 1, Evo for 1 mem cost less. You know, and these kinds of things that the time sort of adds up where I'm playing against somebody, because although nobody tells me that I'm slow playing and nobody has complained to me about like me taking my time, again, everybody's so unbelievably kind in this community, I still feel kind of bad. And so this has helped, right? Like I can grab my card and it's not like a and then, you know, grab it, and while they're talking to me and making their plays, I'm just like, what is this? Like, what does this even do? Now I'm actually playing, and I think that's dope. I've learned a lot, and I'm excited to continue learning. I'm excited to try out a bunch of new decks, which is gonna kind of segue me into this next section of the video. Alright guys, next up is, as promised, the decks that I have been trying out. And of course, they've been spoiled on the thumbnail, they've been spoiled because they've been sitting literally in front of you this entire video, but I'm gonna maybe get a little bit more deep about them. So as you guys know, I started off with the Zifagomon starter deck that ended up getting a bunch of cards donated to it, some cards traded for, and it's been a great deck. I am missing some pieces, the EX7 Shoto and that Medieval Gallantmon, which seems to be like very important for this deck, and for those reasons, I am going to shelf this for now. Only because these cards seem very important and I'm having some trouble getting my hands on them, so I want to come back to it once I've got all the pieces necessary to make it really work the way it's supposed to work. Next, we have Blue-Green Imperial Dramon. Also a very fun deck. I've enjoyed this a lot. I think I was staying away from DNA for a very long time because I was like, this is like another mechanic I gotta figure out, I don't understand it, and I've been able to do it just fine. Hell, I've DNA'd way more times than I've used Vortex. I'm not even sure what that does yet. So, and that's like the whole thing for Zifagomon. Anyway, this deck has been a lot of fun, it's been a joy. I am missing the 4 copies of the BT16 Partition Pyildramon, which I will be getting hopefully my hands on next week. So I'm not super stressed about that. I'm going to continue to try and play this deck. I have a lot of fun with it. I think it kind of it scratches an itch in my head, or in my brain rather, for just like the DNA concept. I don't know why I like it so much, but I'm having a lot of fun with it, so I'm going to keep this around for sure. And that leads me to the Sylphimon deck. I don't know why I got in my head that I wanted to try a Sylphimon deck, but I really wanted to. Somebody had traded me some BT16, the Yoli and Kairi trainer card, and I was like, this is a banger, I'm gonna make the deck. So with the help again of the wonderful community at Zulus, I've been able to construct this deck, and it is a lot of fun. I don't think it's as good, very clearly it's not as good as this one, but I think I'm enjoying it a lot more. And that kind of leads me to my next bit of news, which is the fact that this is the deck that got me my first ever round win. And I can't express to you guys how pumped I was about that. I ended up going that night 1-2. The first game that I played was against Medusamon. Those games each lasted like 6 minutes at the very most. Second game I went 1-2. It was against the D Brigade deck, which was crazy. It was just so much flooding, but the cool thing about Sylphimon is that a lot of it is like on play reduce everybody's DP. And since that's kind of a swarming deck, but it swarms a lot of like lower level monsters, everybody just kind of got trashed as soon as they would come out. So I went 1-2 there, and then I went 2-1 against the Mastemon deck. Not only against Mastemon, but against the guy who taught me how to play the game my first like visit to Zulus. And homie was more excited about me winning than I was. It was such a cool feeling. But yeah, so I'm talking a lot here. Those are the decks that I have tried out, and that has been my experience with Digimon TCG. I am planning on playing some more. I'm planning on continuing to play and to grow as a Digimon trading card game player. I don't really know what that means, but I already have some decks in mind that I want to try out. Between Ravemon, between the Gallantmon X deck, and just kind of some more like niche decks. I want them to do my boy Rosinmon some justice because he was really cool, even though that game got deleted. But yeah, I appreciate you guys spending this time with me, and hopefully I can make some more videos soon. You guys can watch and we can kind of go on this journey together. Appreciate you guys, and like, comment, subscribe is a thing that I'm supposed to say. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. Take care, deuces, have a wonderful day.